Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the smoke bomb that I previously showed on one of my videos. Before we get started into making it, I will just quickly say that if you get in trouble from the police or something for making it, I don't have responsibility for that. Or if you're making it and using it on your own head, be it. And I don't recommend you making it, but if you want to do it, if you're under 18 with adult supervision, and obviously do it responsibly. So only use it for something like bonfire night or New Year's Day. Okay, so first of all, you're going to want to get all the ingredients and equipment needed to make this, which will be in the description below, and it will be on the screen now. So once you have all the equipment, let's get into it. So first of all, you're going to need some scales that can measure with quite accuracy, so I suggest digital scales, as non-digital ones are crap. So you turn it on, you get your mixing bowl, and you wait for the, well actually no, you turn the scales on and wait for them to tar or go to 0, and then you put your mixing bowl on and tar the scales so that basically they go back to 0 and it's not counting the weight of the mixing bowl. So to make the smoke bomb, you need to mix it. You need to mix the ingredients in a ratio of 50%, or a percentage thingy is 50% smoked dye, 30% potassium chloride, and 20% lactose or icing sugar. So I'm first of all going to start off by adding the potassium chloride. So because I'm making 10 grams, I'll only need to add 3 grams of potassium chloride. And also I do suggest using gloves for this, as well, you always want to use gloves when handling stuff like this, as if you have cuts on your fingers it might irritate them. Okay, there we go. So that's the potassium chloride. Now, as I said before, you can either use icing sugar or lactose, lactose is a form of sugar, but icing sugar does fine. So I'm going to need 2 grams of that. Yeah, that's fine. And now 5 grams of smoke dye. Now it's surprising how much smoke dye you actually need, because it's really light, so yeah. There you go. So it doesn't actually have to be all precise, just approximately around the number that, or the percentage that the thing that you're putting in needs to be. So you don't need the scales anymore. Now you're going to want to probably get a sieve and another container, so you can break up all the lumps of potassium chloride and thin it out so it sort of goes together nicely. So I'm just going to get a sieve. Okay, so here I've got a sieve and a container. So you're first of all going to want to add this into the container. And then over the bowl, the big bowl, pour it into the sieve. And then just basically make it all come out the bottom of the sieve. So use your fingers, this way you need gloves, to push it all through the sieve mesh so it all mixes up well. And you may want to do this a couple of times, depending on what it looks like, but I'll probably just do it once. And this 10 grams is probably enough to make 1 and a bit smoke bombs of like these. So this is just a tube wrapped in insulation tape. Well, the insulation tape's just to make sure that it doesn't burn your hand if you hold it, because I think it gets pretty hot. But I wouldn't suggest holding it when you're doing it. So we're just going to push all of this through the sieve to make sure it's all mixed together, and make sure it's really thin as well, and make sure the big lumps are broken up. So yeah, as I was saying, you could buy all this stuff from website that I used to buy it from. It's called oliverbrown.co.uk, I think. I'll put the description, the website URL in the description, and all the links to all this stuff, because it's a really handy website, and you can buy pretty much everything that I'm going to be using here that you can't buy in Tesco. You could buy it there, so yeah, that should be fine. So just when you've got it here, just mix it up a little bit so it is all evenly spread, and now you'll be ready to add it into your tube. So I suggest putting this into a small container, probably the one that you used before, and then you can pour it into your container. This your little thing that you can actually make the smoke bomb out of. You can pour it into there whilst it's in the big container, so you won't make a mess. So you will need to put quite a bit in, and then compact it down, and then just keep putting more in really until it reaches the top. So there's the full up there, but you just need to compact it down. So yeah, as I said, this should be enough to make 1.5 of these, so just one normal sized one and then one test one if you like. So it could be useful to have a pen now, just to sort of make a hole in the middle, so you could put your fuse in there. Actually, I'll just fill it up a little bit more first. And this dye does, if it gets on like material like clothes, it will be hard to get out, and it will most likely stain it. So if you don't want to ruin your favourite clothes, I wouldn't suggest wearing your favourite clothes whilst doing this. Wear some old stuff, and make sure you're doing it on like a surface that you can wipe over easily. Don't do it on like a tablecloth or something. Alright, that should be enough for this. If I just push that down and then use the pen to make a hole in it. Next, you're going to want to get your fuse and just put it in there like that. Now some people use stuff like cat litter to put over the top, but I just use duct tape. Just get some duct tape and basically just stick it over the top like this, leaving a little gap for the fuse and for the smoke to escape once it's lit. Oh yeah, and with this tube, I'll put the link of where to get this tube in the description. And basically, I just put duct tape on the bottom so the smoke, the smoke mixture wouldn't come out. The smoke bomb mixture wouldn't come out the bottom when I put it in. So yeah, you could just use some duct tape to do that. And then just make sure that you've got the whole of the top covered, but just leave a small gap for the fuse and the smoke to come out of. Actually, this fuse is a bit long, I'll probably end up cutting it down. So yeah, that's pretty much how you make a smoke bomb. And I've seen videos on YouTube before about how to so-say make smoke bombs, but they're really, when I've tried to make it, they're really bad. This is the only like good one that I found. So yeah, if you just push the fuse in like that so it doesn't come out. So yeah, we're just going to test it now and just make sure that it works. So yeah.
Okay guys, I'm just going to test the smoke bomb now just to make sure it works, and so you can see what it looks like when it's lit. I will say, once you've got the fuse lit, you can't put it out, and the same goes for the smoke bomb. So once it's lit, you can't put it out. So stamping it out wouldn't work or anything. So do it in like a ventilated open area. So yeah, it produces a really bright sort of red colour, and it goes for quite a while. So yeah, if you like this, comment, rate and subscribe for more of this sort of things, and thank you.